Okay, guys, so today I'm going to go over the corrections with you and show you how to do each of these problems and what the correct answers are for everything, okay? So we're going to start with number 1. The model represents an equation where the long ones are x, so these long ones are x. I'm going to label them x. And these are the ones. 1, 1, 1, 1, 1. Okay? Okay, so what value of x makes the equation true? Okay, so remember, when they're both on the same, when they're both positives or both negatives, we can just cross them out. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Okay, and I'm left with 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Okay, so I want to split 6 into 2 even things. So 6 divided by 2 is 3. So I have 3 in each one, which means x equals 3, which means A is the answer. Okay? An equation is modeled. What value of x makes the equation true? Again, let's see, we have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So the other way is we can write the equation 1, 2, 3, 4, 5x. Those are positive, so we're going to do plus 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 equals 1. And then we solve. Minus 6, because that's adding. 1 minus 6 is negative 5, and then 5x, and we divide by 5. So x equals negative 1. So the answer is J. Okay. The model represents an inequality. Okay. Ooh. 1, 2, 3, 4 x's. I'm going to count by twos here. 2, 4, 6, 8, 10, 12. Positive 12. Okay, and these are negative. Shaded in is negative. 2, 4, 6, 8. So less than or equal to negative 8. Okay. So we have to draw our line, and then this is plus 12, so I'm going to do minus 12. Minus 12. 8, 9, 10. We're adding them. 20. Okay, but it's still negative. They're both negative, so we add them, so it's going to be negative 20. My 4x, and then 4 times x, so we're going to divide by 4. 4 divided by 4 is 1x. Negative 20 divided by 4, sorry, that's positive 4. Negative 20 divided by 4 is negative 5. And we just divided by a positive, so the sign stays the same. And if you look, they're all less than or equal to over here. So it should be, x is less than or equal to negative 5. So it's A. Okay. On to our next one. Another modeling problem. Okay. So let's see. We want to balance it out. So let's try to balance it out without writing the equation. Oops. Okay, so that's positive and that's positive. If I move these over here, they become negative, so I can cancel them out with each other. So I'm going to cross out 6 over here. So I'm going to cross out 6 over here. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. So then I have 3x equals 3. So if to put them in groups of 3, that means just 1 is in each group. So that means x equals 1. So J is the answer on that one. Okay. Next one. It's really hard to see everything here. Okay, let's look. Let me scroll to here. There we go. Now you can see it there. Jeff bought a bottle of water for $2. Okay, bought a bottle of water for $2. So he just bought one single bottle of water for $2. Okay, that means he didn't buy any more or less. He also bought some hot dogs for $3 each. So $3 each. If you see per, each, or every, that's where your x is going to go. So we're going to have 3x. And because he bought both of them, that means we need to add them together. Okay. Jeff did not spend more than $14 on the hot dogs. No more than $14. So no more than means I want 14 to be the biggest number, which means it should be open to that. And I can spend $14 because that's how much I have. So it's going to be equal to. So we want it less than or equal to. So 3x plus 2, 3h plus 2. So it's B. Okay. Our next one. Lawrence's father gave him 200 baseball cards. So 200 baseball cards. So we have 200. He got 200 baseball cards. Each week, Lawrence purchases 25 baseball cards to add to his collection. So each week he gets 25. So that each goes with the 25. That means that's the X goes with that one. Okay. So he's adding to his collection. So we want to add. Okay. So if we look, it's 200W plus 25, 200W plus 25. So it's F or H. Okay. So let's see if it's going to be less than or greater than. Okay. We want to find out after starting his collection when Lawrence will have more than 750 cards. So more than means I want what I'm collecting to be bigger than 750. So we want a greater than symbol. So that's going to be H. Okay, it's going to be H. Okay, next one. Number 7. Which number line represents the solution to the inequality? So it's an inequality, so we already know it's going to be shaded. Negative 7x minus 13 is greater than or equal to negative 8. Okay, so let's look. I'm going to write it over here. Negative 7x minus 13 is greater than or equal to 8. Okay, so we're going to solve it just like normal. That's a negative 13, so I need to add 13. Add 13. 8 plus 13 is 21. And then I have negative 7x left. And then that's negative 7 times x, so I want to divide by negative 7. By negative 7. Okay, I already know I divided by a negative, which means I need to flip that sign from greater than to less than. Okay, so if it's less than, that means it's one of these two that shades to the left because it always shades the way it's pointed. So I know it's not C or D already. Okay, 21 divided by negative 7. So 21 divided by 7 is 3, right? And if that's negative, it's going to be negative 3. So x is going to be less than or equal to negative 3. So let's look at which one. This one's at positive 3. This one's at negative 3. So it's going to be A. Okay. Number 8. Which number line best represents the solution to this inequality? So 3.3W. Let me scroll it up for you to see. There we go. Sorry, kind of froze there. So 3.3W minus 9 is greater than negative 22.2. Okay. First thing we need to do, draw our line, and then work with the number without the variable. So that's at minus 9. So I want to do the opposite of that, positive 9, plus 9, 11, 3, 2. Oops, no, we're subtracting it because that's a negative and that's a positive. So you go subtract. Sorry, that was my bad. That becomes a 1, that becomes a 12. This is 3, this is 1, and this is 2. Negative 21.3. My 3 and my 1 changed. And then 3.3W over here. And then 3.3 times W, so that's going to divide 3.3, divide by 3.3. And cross that out. We get W. We didn't divide by a negative, so that's going to stay the same, greater than. And then let's see what happens. 3.3 goes into 21.3. So I've got to move the decimal over. So that's going to be 33. That's going to be 213. Okay, so 33. I'm going to go by 7 because I know, no. Yeah, let's try 7. 21, 21, 22, 23. Ooh, that's too much. 231. Too much. Let's do 33 times 6. 18, 18, 19. 198. So let's do 6, 198. Okay, subtract. You gotta borrow. That's a 0. That would be 5. Borrow. 10 minus 9 is 1. And then we're going to bring down a 0. 150. Okay. That doesn't make sense because that's none of those answers. Huh. Well, let's try it this way. Let's just try to put the solution in. Let's try -4. 3.3. That's interesting that didn't work out. So I'm going to flip this over. Do it on the back. 3.3 times -4. So I'm going to replace it with W. 3.3 times -4 goes in for W. Minus 9 is greater than -22.2. Okay. So I'm going to do 3.3 times -4. 4 times 3 is 12. 4 times 3 is 12. 13. -132. -13.2, sorry. -13.2 minus 9 is greater than -22.2. So then we need to add those together because they're both negative. 9, 10, 11, 12, 22, -22. So it's one of the -4s. Let's see which one it is. So let's see if I can figure it out. 3.3W minus 9 is greater than -22.2. Okay, so we add 9. Add 9. That's what I did. I put it on the end instead of in the end. So 2 minus 0 is 2. That's 1. That's what I did. 12 minus 9 is 3. So 13.2. -13.2. So we're going to do 33 goes into 132. Okay. See, even Miss Howell makes mistakes, but we got there eventually, okay? So let's do 33 times what ends in 2? 4? 12, 13. There we go. 4, 132. And because it was a negative divided by a positive, it's going to be -4. Okay, so we're going to have W is greater than -4. Awesome. Okay, so W is greater than -4, greater than, that's that way, so it would be G. Okay, I'm sorry that took so long, guys, but we figured it out because even Miss Howell makes mistakes. Okay, 9, if x equals -6, which inequality is true? So let's put it in. 5 minus 3 times -6 is greater than 10. So 5, -3 times -6 is 18. Positive 18 is greater than 10. 5 plus 18 is 23. Is 23 greater than 10? Oh, yeah, that's right. So we're going to do that. I can also solve it. So let's look at it. -5 minus 3x is greater than 10. Let's solve it. Plus 5, because we want to move without the x first. Plus 5. -3x is greater than 15. -3x divided by -3 divided by -3. X needs to be less than. X should be less than -5. And is -6 less than -5? Yes, because when we look at our things, that -5 is right here, -6 right there. So -6 is less than -5. So the answer is A. Okay. Number 10. If x equals 14, which equation is true? So let's look at it. 3 times 20 minus 14 equals 44. 3 times 20 minus 14 is 6 equals 44. 3 times 6 is 18. Does 18 equal 44? Nah, so we're not going to do that. Okay, 3 times 12 minus 14 equals 6. So 3 times 12 minus 4 is going to be negative 2 equals 6. Negative 6 equals 6. Does negative 6 equal 6? No, that's not right. So let's do another one. 2 times x, which is 14 minus 3, equals 22. So 2 times 14 minus 3 is 11 equals 22. 2 times 11 is 22. Does 22 equal 22? Yes. So it's H. Okay, and then let's look at number 11. So which situation is best represented by the following equation? So if we look at this, we want to look at something that has per next to the 45, because anytime I see that the number with the variable, there should be per, each, or every with that. So let's go look for that. Let's go look at our 45s. 45 for each, that's good. $45 registration fee, so no, that's not good. $45 for each, so that's good. $45 off the price, so no. So we know it's A or B, okay? And then let's look. We're going to be adding on an extra $123.95. So she paid a total of that. She paid a $123.95 registration fee. That looks good. What about this? She paid that. She paid $123.95 for each week. Ooh, for each week. So no, because we don't want each there. So it's A. Okay, and then 12, the angle measures of a triangle are shown in the diagram. So remember, everything adds up to be 180 degrees in a triangle. Okay, so we're going to add them all up. So we're going to do 3x minus 10 plus 2x plus 50 equals altogether 180 degrees. Okay, and then I'm going to combine these. This is my 3x and my 2x. Those are both x's. So 3 plus 2 is 5x. And then my negative 10 and my positive 50. So negative 10 and positive 50 is like 50 minus 10. 50 minus 10 is 40. So we're going to add 40. That equals 180. And then we solve. Plus 40, that would be minus 40. Minus 40. Okay, we got f of x left here. That's 140. And then we divide by 5. And x equals, let's say 5 goes into 40, 140. 5 goes into 14 twice. 10, 45 goes into 48 times. 28. So x is 28. So that's J. Okay, and one more. The sum of the measures of angle M and angle R is 90 degrees. So altogether, we're adding them together, and altogether it's going to equal 90 degrees. Okay, angle M is 5x plus 10, and angle R is 55. Okay, so now I'm going to combine 10 and 55. 10 plus 55 is 65. Still equals 90, and then we add our 5x. We bring our 5x down. Okay, and then we solve. Minus 65, 5x. This would borrow. 10 minus 5 is 5. 8 minus 6 is 2. Then we divide by 5. Divide by 5. So x equals 5. Okay, and that's the answer, 5. Okay, if you have any questions for me still, then let me know. I'll help you out as best as I can, but make sure you're writing down your corrections, okay, and showing them to me and sending them to me so you can get the credit for it. Okay, thank you. Bye, guys.